Hello, everybody. Welcome to this show today, Thursday, March the 3rd. It's today, and we're so happy to have you all joining us today so that you can ask immigration questions to the attorney with over 45 years of experience, the attorney Margaret W. Wong, who has been working on this field for over 9 cities in the United States. She has working on this field since 1977, and now we're in 2022. It's another year of things that are happening around the world, but she is still working in the immigration field, helping thousands of families every single year, um, and trying to give them relief regarding to immigration. So thank you so much for having us today, and welcome, Ms. Wong. How are you doing today? Is it getting warm over there?
Yes, it's getting warmer, and it's a very good day. Thank you.
And thank you so much, Ms. Wong. We love that you are working and that you are encouraged and encouraging other people to work in the immigration field. So my first question is, how can we start an immigration process when we are in a country that is something going on like Ukraine? I know it's a sensitive theme, but how can we do something for them? Are they able to come to the country? Either are they able to make it here? How can we help them?
Yes, one thing to come is do the parole. That's the I-131 from the USDOS.gov website. Um, so you can arrive legally on parole, but parole laws are very, very difficult. It's on total discretion on why we want to come. For example, medical emergencies. For example, you have a medical clinic trial. It's a very serious trial on a world-renowned drug, that maybe they'll give you a medical parole to come to America. But those are totally controlled. In the olden days, it's controlled by the district director in CIS and the legacy INS, but now it's totally controlled by headquarters in U.S. Department of State. So those are tough. Another way to do it is you can always apply for a student visa, a tourist visa, but right now in Ukraine, there's no more American embassy. There's no more any embassies, I presume. So people are sort of stuck. I heard at the borders, they're all going a lot to Poland. We have some clients who are waiting in Poland now for interviews, for green cards and stuff like that. And Polish American embassy is really working really hard to help people with like U.S. citizen spouse, green card spouse, U.S. citizen children to process them. So that's the closest embassy that's still opening. But sooner or later, it couldn't take so many people because normally you have President Trump actually cut more than 200 jobs from USCIS in the state American embassies. And now we are facing the consequences. They just don't have enough people to work. And then because of the evacuation of American embassy people with families, a lot of the officers, for the safety of for themselves or their families, they are already back to the United States. So we just have a total shortage of staff members in any embassies.
Ms. Wong, and actually, now that Mr. Anthony Fauci he removed the condition of
Mask.
having to wear a mask and to be so careful. We still need to be careful, but now people are going back to work at the office or going back to work at their job. Is this going to mean something different for immigration? Because we know a lot of people are hiring immigrants, no problem, no matter if they have or not documents, because they need the workforce. So is that going to change anytime soon? That going back to you have to have a document?
The law has always been since IRA, even under President Reagan, in exchange for giving a million green cards for amnestia. Employers are not allowed to hire people who have no work papers. That law always remains the same, but it's enforcement priority. In President Biden's State of the Union address, and also in lately, from what I've seen, President Biden already said because of the shortage of workforce, American Immigration Office, especially ICE and CBP, we have to be humane for the enforcement of people who already have deportation, not so much people who have criminal records, they're still enforcing it. So I've seen no more job rate. There was a time that every day you hear, oh, a farm with 300 people, they were raided. A small manufacturing plant, that 40 people, they're raided when Trump was here. Now no more job rate. As long as you have no criminal record, hopefully you won't be deported. So it's really the enforcement that is not become lenient, is they understand the American priority in enforcement. But ultimately, people who have no work papers, employers are still under the law not to hire them. That's why now they're talking about TPS, they're talking about DACA, they're talking about all these different programs, deferred action that Obama had, Bush had, Trump took it away, and now slowly they may be coming back. So these are all ways to get work permits.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And yes, so actually, we're getting a lot of questions regarding to work-based visas. So we know it's March the 3rd. What is happening right now with the H-1B visa applications? Are
Yes.
these still numbers or just the lottery? How is this working now?
For 2022, it's all used up already, because normally once they get into lottery, and sometimes the USDHS also, like for example, there's 85,000, sometimes they pick 150, 120,000, because people who get into the lottery may not win the H-1B because the job doesn't qualify, or employers drop out, or aliens doesn't want to work for the same employer. But 2022 is all finished. Now, anybody who wants to file the H-1B needs to register the business into the USCIS.gov on employer. It's only $10, and start registering on March 1st. And then once your lottery number is kicked, then you need to file the whole H-1B process. And all the instructions are on the web. But for H-1B, I do recommend you to hire a good lawyer, because it's once in a lifetime, it's a lottery, so you don't want to waste your lottery chance.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And don't forget that you can make an appointment with the attorney Margaret W. Wong, calling the phone number 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984 is the phone number that you can call right now. Make your appointment, and Ms. Wong will be traveling around the country. She is going to be in Columbus tomorrow, Columbus, Ohio. Is that right, Ms. Wong?
Yes.
And
correct.
next week, she will be in Atlanta and Nashville on Atlanta on Thursday, Nashville on Friday, and she is receiving clients in Cleveland every day. So thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for receiving a lot of people, even through this pandemic. And something that is very curious is that I see the tracker of the COVID-19 in my phone, and it's not there anymore. People are now talking about war, not talking about pandemic. So it's interesting how people are going through life. The next question, Ms. Wong, is: Hi, Attorney Margaret. God bless you. My question is that I am asking for asylum with my family. My daughter's father was murdered 5 years ago, and that person came back, and we are terrified of that person because he killed my husband with a knife. And for that reason, we want to come. And are we able to
Okay.
win the asylum in this case?
Right. So let me explain to you. Asylum is an interesting concept that really came out in the past 20, 30 years. Because years ago, you can always do a perm. You don't need to be in status. You get a green card. There are other ways to get green cards. But now with the whole nationalistic attitudes of the American public, asylum is becoming more and more interesting and difficult. And not just difficult, asylum is really a very small niche of the immigration practice to allow people to get work permits. And if you win, you get a green card after 1 year, provided you don't have any serious crimes and stuff like that. So, for example, I could be killed in 5 minutes. Someone can run, don't do that, but someone can come to the office and kill all of us, right? I couldn't go to Hong Kong or China apply for asylum because it's a random act of violence. So, for example, there's a lot of high crime rate in New York and Cleveland, Atlanta. It doesn't mean we can go somewhere and apply for asylum. It's random. Now, asylum means that the harm and the connection has to be with a specific reason. So it has to be because of nationality, race, member of a special group, political opinion, and religion. So in this case, I don't know why your husband was killed with a knife. And people are killed with guns, people are killed with knife. You don't even need a license to carry. But depends on what country you're from. Why was your husband killed? Did you report to the police? What's the capability and ability of your local, or if you're from Mexico, from El Salvador, Guatemala, Brazil, what's the capacity of the police to protect its citizens? So, for example, you reported it, they didn't do nothing. And the reason they don't do nothing is because the person who killed your husband is the important son of the prime minister. So of course there's asylum because they couldn't do it because they is an important person. Your husband was targeted. So you're a member of a special group whose husband was targeted by the son of an important political party who escaped. So the inability of the police to support you. So that's one reason to win asylum. You couldn't win because your husband. I mean, I feel bad for you. So that's a lot of laws controlling asylum. That's why whenever we ask for a narrative or story, it's not just because we're giving you a hard time. I mean, we need a lot more than that. When was it killed? If it's killed more than, is it killed in a neighboring state? Or then why couldn't you affirm resettlement or go somewhere and hide? And then the answer is I hide for 3 years. They found me. So, for example, Mexico is a big place. Uruguay is a very, very small place. So, and India is huge. So, with Christian in the south, the Punjabis, the Sikhs, so you have different types of people in what the country. So it's just, this is a good question because a lot of people say, oh, I just want to come to America because my uncle was murdered. And then because also under Trump, family asylum is no longer asylum. Biden slowly is changing it back to the Bush era, to the Obama era, where family asylum, as long as there's still connection to you, we just have to explain the relationship with the family, you can still do it. Under Trump, domestic violence, so for example, I'm a member of a special group of Guatemalan people who were abused by my ex-partners, and I was pregnant by the age of 16. He won't allow me to use protection. So things like that. Under Trump, no more asylum. Under Biden, slowly that's coming back. And then Chavez, you can reopen cases that you have lost under asylum because there are no NTA time. So there's a lot of new things coming. So I'm really glad you sort of asked that question. It's really sort of fun for lawyers like us.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And the phone number is 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. You can call, you can ask for information, and you can also make an appointment in one of the 9 cities that Ms. Wong has offices. So, Ms. Wong, the next question is coming from a person that is saying, a U.S. citizen filed for her sibling under 21 in June 2019 and got the receipt notice and says that we have received and it's in process. So my question is, does it mean that it's already in process, or do they need anything else? I mean, they won't reject it at any point. If they need any more documents, then the priority date should be the
Right.
same, right? Thank you so
That's a very good question, because sibling cases takes 12 to 15 to 16 years. So you already waited 6 years. Your question is, what happened if they rejected it or request for additional information? I never got it. So do I lose my date online? The answer is yes, you will lose your date in line. So even though you're a citizen, the law does not allow you, the law does not require you to inform them of change of address. My advice to my clients are always, you need to do an AR11, the change of address. You don't need a lawyer for that. You just go to USCIS, go to AR11, type in the new address. Just to be careful, I would also do a change of address or print out the AR11 form with the receipt notice of the June 2016 notice, and tell them the citizen petitioner's address have changed to so and so, so and so. You also mentioned the sibling was under 21. When it's a family 4 case for sibling, it doesn't matter how old the sibling is. It could be over 21, it could be under 21. So there's no age protection of the principal alien in the sibling case, but there may be a CSPA issue, a child protection issue on the children. So for example, this case would take 18 years. My 20-year-old sister just got married and got pregnant and gave birth to a child in 2018. Can the child become a green card holder? So if the case took 16 to 18 years, the child by then is 19 years old. Anybody under 21, you need to look at you don't even need CSPA, is protected, but over 21, there's a law called CSPA, Child Protection Act, and that came in the year 2000. So you need to look at that act. So, but under 21 doesn't matter, because sibling cases, the age doesn't matter for the principal alien.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And don't forget that you can call to get more information to the number 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. The next question is, my son was a victim of an assault by a teacher 2 years ago. That teacher is under arrest, and I have collaborated with the police in everything. They sent me a letter that says that there will be a final hearing, and they notified me as a victim. My son is 12 years old. Do I qualify now for a U visa?
That's a very, very good question. If your son is a foreign-born son, absolutely you qualify. And not only that, because he's under 21, you qualify as parents. And if you hurry up and marry the son's father, because you're living in union, partner in union, he also qualifies. If not, have the police sign another 918B with you as a direct victim and him as a direct victim. But if the son is a citizen, that's a problem, because citizen's son doesn't need a green card. So if it's a citizen's son, definitely you need to sign as a direct victim. On the top right-hand corner, the first thing they ask is your name. Make sure the police put your name on the 918B. But if the son is foreign-born, the son could be a direct victim. If you marry the son's father, or even a stepfather in union, because the relationship with the marriage happened before the son is 18, the son also could be the beneficiary of a new husband. Okay, so that's important. So it depends. If the son is American citizen, you need to be a direct victim on the 918B. If the son is American citizen, you should be able to do if the son is American, you should be a direct victim. If the son is a foreign-born, the son could be the victim, and you go in as the parents, and also any other children you have, and that's very important. Any other children you have in home country that's under the age of 18, you should also do a 918A for the children, so they could come to America as a sibling of a U visa, as an under 18-year-old sibling. If the sibling is under 18 and the kid is under 21, you are the mother. He can also bring the sibling under 18. It's confusing. So make sure you also talk to a lawyer. If not, all this information at the wrap. Don't waste that. I have a case where it came to me for a second opinion. I sort of feel sorry for the mother. The mother has been here like 15 years, undocumented. The child It's a citizen child, so the mother got the. It's a very bad crime. So the mother is a direct victim on this case, and he has two other children that's stuck in, I think it's El Salvador or Guatemala. For years, one actually went to Canada. Now is a Canadian permanent resident, a landed immigrant. One son is 24-year-old in Canada. The other son just turned 21, just came undocumented about a year ago. She thought, and that's why she needed second opinion. Her question is under Biden's new C-14 work permit. Can she get one? When can her two children, because they're only her children, when she was filing, the two kids are under 21. They were not here, but one went to Canada, one's here. How can she help them to come to America faster and be legal? I checked the whole file. Lo and behold, the notario or the lawyer who filed her papers only put the two children's name on her paperwork and did not file a separate 918A for the children. So the children were not included or qualified, because now both of them are over 21. I felt really bad, because I just really feel bad because this woman went through hell for 15, 20 years in America. It's really bad. So make sure if you have children under 18 or under 21 overseas, if you're a direct victim, include them. And it's only, there's no filing fee actually, but you need the 192, that's like $900 some filing fee, file it. And I feel bad. I just had that case this morning, so I'm really glad you asked that question.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And yeah, we know when something happens with minors, it's really, really hard because they suffer and sometimes they don't say. But we cannot beat a kid up, beat a kid just because we want to, uh, because we're way stronger than them, and then they suffer, and they don't only have the physical problem, but they also have psychological consequences. So we need to be careful about that. And thank you so much, Ms. Wong. Don't forget that the phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. This person is from Kenya. His name is David. Um, I'm a tour guide by profession with an associate diploma in tour guide and administration. I would like to live and work in the United States. It's with regards to this that I'm seeking your guidance on how to go about it. I'm also a good van and truck driver with 27 years of experience. Looking forward to hearing from you as well.
Yes. So nice of you to listen to our program. I notice we have a lot of overseas people who watch us, but that's nice. I think the easiest way for you to come, because you're born in Kenya. Kenya is one of those countries that's very fast with green cards. It's not India and China, who we have a long, long line waiting. Since you have a good job there, maybe get your relatives in America or your friends in America to get you a future prospective job offer. You can actually do an EB3, but truck driver is not a perm case. You cannot do a perm labor certification on being truck driver, but maybe find a job that relates to your 2-year degree, or actually on your work experience, because EB3, you can become a skilled worker or someone with bachelor's. You don't have bachelor's, so I would just do a skilled worker. You need only 2 years of working experience. I would presume perm is taking less than 1 year. Together with the prevailing wage, I-140, only this premium processing can take 14, 15 days. You should be in America with a green card in about 2.5, 3 years, the most. Because Kenya is a wide open quota. That means you don't have a long line. That's what I recommend. You don't qualify for H-1B. You also are not from Mexico and Canada, where we can do a free trade. Also, you only have an associate. So the best way to come legally is through that green card, and your whole family can come. So it's not like a lottery where you come, your whole family can come too. That's another thing. Check lottery with Kenya, because every year lottery system, they also change the countries. I don't think Kenya qualified for the lottery, but check it. It's on the usdos.gov.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong, for this answer. And don't forget that she has offices in 9 cities of the United States, in Atlanta, in Columbus, Cleveland, Chicago, Memphis, Minneapolis, Nashville, New York, and Raleigh, North Carolina. And the phone number is just one phone number: 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984 is the phone number that you can call. She can take care of so many cases, even those cases that are the toughest, that even other attorneys don't want to take those cases. She can help you handle this case because she has a lot of experience and she has a team that is working every single day with her, attending to the hearings or attending to your case. So please give her a call: 216-279-3984. 216-279-3984. Ms. Wong, we have a question here. This person is saying, I am from France and I would like to know if we qualify for investment visa in this country.
Yes, you do. There are two ways to do it. You have the EB-5 that you invest $500,000, and that's direct investing, and you need to create 10 jobs. Or you can do the E2 visa, E1, E2, that you invest about 150. The definition is substantial investment. It could be 100,000, it could be 120, it could be 150. Yes, those are the two investment vehicle it can come. The third one that President Biden just announced is what we call the national interest waiver and the O visa on entrepreneurship. But entrepreneurship is a weird definition. It's not like you come in, you buy a truck, you drive the truck. That's entrepreneur. They want angel investors who normally invest in this kind of business. There's certain requirements. They would also like the new reg did not say that, but the old entrepreneur years ago also wants a board of directors and stuff like that. So the entrepreneur thing is pretty new. So if you're thinking of being entrepreneur, that it doesn't hurt to check into the O visa and the national waiver by E1, E2, and also EB-5 other investment cases. And don't just think about this. Maybe look at the L1. So, for example, you work in a business in France, or your family owns a business in France. They could do an intra-company transfer. That's an L1A, which is a managerial executive. L1B, which is specialized knowledge. So the American business has to be at least 51% controlled by the French business. Then is what we call intra-company transfer. And there are 3: executive, managerial, and specialized knowledge. Those are very fast ways to get green card because of France, again, is like Kenya, is wide open. It's not India. And also Philippines now is open for EB-3. There was a time that there's so many Filipino nurses that comes to America. EB-3 was stuck, but no more stucking of EB-3. So, but France is a good country to get green card and visas because it's not as busy.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And this was a very good answer to this interesting case. And we have another question. It's interesting as well. Hi, I used to have DACA, but I got caught with marijuana 4 years ago. I was depressed because my girlfriend broke up with me. I know it was a bad mistake, but can I file for DACA again now?
Actually, no, I don't think so. But look at the case. I don't know what state you are, what country. Actually, no excuse. Don't blame your girlfriend. If you have marijuana, it's your problem. Don't break up your girlfriend. That's not fair to her or to you because you need to accept responsibility. I think you're a kid because DACA kids are kids. So number one, get a certified. I don't mean to be rude, because I am a mother. I'm a grandmother, and my grandson come and tell me, "Oh, I got stuck in marijuana because my girlfriend." I was like, "Scrap it. You're a man. You're a woman. You know what you're doing." So the question is, are you caught with just possession? Are you using? Are you abusing? So that are you distributing? Are you selling? So first they get a certified judgment entry. Because it could be just powder. I mean, now there are other things now. It's just not marijuana. I don't know if your lawyer do the testing. Is it real marijuana or is just some white powder? My husband used to be a pharmacist, so I used to make him help me out on all these drugs. So number one, get a certified judgment entry. See what you pled guilty to. Is it possession? Is it abuse or possession, intent to sell? That's bad. So is it under 30 grams? Then it's a better case because they're really trying to legalize marijuana. But even though the state legalized it, the federal government did not legalize it. All right. So first get a transcript and certified judgment entry of the marijuana case and see if there's any way you can vacate. Vacate is not expungement. There are three ways to do this. You either dismiss the case, you nolly the case, which is really perfect. That means there's no indictment where you pled. Or did you plead after the first offender? Because normally for the first offender, some states they require you to plead guilty and then dismiss it. Other states you can dismiss it before you plead. So get that. It's very important to see what you're just, I mean, even though you're caught in marijuana, there's a lot of ways to plead to these cases. Go to a local good lawyer to see if they can vacate. Don't expunge it. Expunge means cover it. So when you look for a job, you say no, but immigration still have to say yes. Vacate it. That means open the case up, see if there's anything else you can plead to except that possession, use or abuse or stuff like that. I would look at it and accept the responsibility. Get a good lawyer, see if you can do a vacate. I just feel bad for you. But even if you get DACA again, I do advise you not to travel, because at any time you go to an airport, when they see you have a criminal convict, because on your FBI report is possession of marijuana or something. It's only on the plea they normally plea it down.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. And I don't know if you have time for one more question. This person is saying, my little sister is detained at the border. We sent our info, but we don't have documents. My husband has a violence case with his former partner. Now the attorney in Texas said that he needs to do fingerprints. Our fear is that they can come for him. He was not guilty in the case, but the social worker said we cannot help her because of him. What do you recommend to us? My sister is 17, coming from Honduras.
Wait. So, because President Trump is the one who started. Anytime that young people coming to America, if they ask for a family's help or a friend's help or my help, right? I'm a lawyer. So it's my job to help people. They couldn't just, so absolutely not. Even though your partner may have a criminal record, you are helping your family. This is your little sister. Has nothing to do with your partner and stuff. So you tell them your name or tell your sister to give them your name. And they do take fingerprint just to know who you are, but no problem. They're not going to come pick you up. They're not going to come to your house. Trump did that just to be mean, but no more. So go help your little sister and call me to say you're successful. I'll be very happy to hear from you. Yeah, go.
Thank you.
It's okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Wong. Our time is up, and thank you so much for your time. I'll see you next Wednesday when we are talking live with you to respond more questions from the Spanish audience. And then on Thursday, probably we are going to have you here in Atlanta, and maybe we can do the show live in person, or maybe we can do it some other way. But thank you so much for having us every single Wednesday and Thursday. And thank you for coming next week to the city of Atlanta and going to Columbus tomorrow, then Friday to Nashville. And this is the month of March, the month of the women. So you are a valuable woman in the world, in the United States. A lot of people love you here in India, in Hong Kong, in the United States, in many, many countries. People love you, and we love you as well, Ms. Wong. Thank you so much for all you do, and see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you. And you don't forget that you can get in touch with the attorney Margaret W. Wong. The phone number is 216-279-3984, 216-279-3984. Attorney Margaret W. Wong with over 45 years of experience. See you next time.